Good morning, ma'am. You're Crystal Julian.
Yes, ma'am.
And so Ms. Julian was previously in court and entered a plea of guilty to burglary of a building, which is a state jail felony that was enhanced. And the agreement was for a 10-year term in prison, probated for 10 years with restitution to be determined. There were some issues. Looks like I reset.
It was positive last time.
Right. And so I raised the bond, reset it for a couple of weeks, got a substance abuse assessment done. In the meantime, did everybody get a copy of that substance abuse assessment?
Did you?
Okay. Did you not?
I didn't, but I defer to the court on that.
Okay, yeah,
I'm saying you didn't, I just,
It's okay.
sometimes they slip through, sorry.
that's okay. So y'all have all been able to review the pre-sentence report, correct?
Yes.
Is there any reason not to go forward with sentencing at this time?
No, fast change.
Judge, obviously the state is aware the court's concerned about her criminal history, just so that you know, the co-defendant was sentenced to significant prison time in this case. I believe he was actually the one more culpable based on the facts. I've also reached out to the managers of the storage facilities in an attempt to gather a restitution amount. Obviously, her offer was made with the enhancement in an attempt to reclaim or regain that restitution. They were unable to provide me with that. I also reached out to the detective with respect to their attempts to contact all the individual owners, and I didn't receive a word back from that. It's my thought that probably they recouped those losses off their personal property insurance.
Okay. Okay. So do you have any input as to the recommendation under that substance abuse assessment is for either SafeP or ISF followed by JCDI? Any input, Mr. Lewis or Ms. Malfino?
What Judge, in talking with my client, she's more than willing to comply with whatever help that the community supervision department can give to her, especially when dealing with the mental health issues, which I think that's what kind of leads to a lot of the substance use problems that she's had. And she's straightforward and honest with them during the evaluation. So Judge, I mean, whatever the court deems appropriate, she's more than willing to comply.
Let me just, I guess I'm trying to decide if the substance abuse evaluation is very confusing because it says he and his the whole time instead of her. So but we're talking about the correct person, I believe. It's just,
Right.
yeah. No. I don't know that, what I'm looking for is to see if it states in here if special needs SafeP would be appropriate. I don't know based on the diagnosis of depression and anxiety, if that is enough for that with, how does that determine? Do you know?
She would already have to be diagnosed in order to do the special.
I mean, there's a diagnosis, it looks like. Well, I say that. Have you actually been to,
No, ma'am.
you have not been actually diagnosed. That's just how you feel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I mean, I was diagnosed when I was a kid, but.
right, but you haven't anything recently.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so, all right, anything else then?
no.
No.
All right, Miss Julian, what I'm going to do, at this time, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty and true freely and voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am.
Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of burglary of a building
Yes, ma'am.
and find those prior convictions true.
Yes, ma'am.
Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 10 years in prison, but that's going to be probated. You'll be on probation for 10 years. Because there was no restitution amount that was turned in, I am going to order that you pay a fine of $500
Yes, ma'am.
and that you follow all of the rules and conditions of probation.
Yes, ma'am.
One of those is going to be that you enter and successfully complete the substance abuse track of the ISF program.
Yes, ma'am.
And then when you're released from there, you will go through the outpatient JCDI program as your aftercare. I'm also going to ask probation when you are released to do a mental health evaluation. And if there's anything that you need, if you need to be on a specialized caseload at that point, they will put you on that to help you with any other issues that you're having. And so if you do everything that you're supposed to when you're on this probation, this is a great opportunity. Because for all practical purposes, your case here in court is over.
Right.
The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation and you test positive, you don't show up
Right.
for whatever it
Yeah.
is, then you
Don't
will be
touch
back in here and you'll be looking at that 10-year sentence that you've already agreed to.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed. And so you waived your right to appeal.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition.
Oh, I don't think they need it.
Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. I've got to read this to you.
Okay.
Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Lewis. And I will sign a dismissal as soon as it comes through as part of that agreement and cause number 25, DCCR 1394.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am. You can go back with the bailiff.